Good morning, class. This is your English teacher, Sir Sanjay. I welcome you all to yet another session of online classes, wherein we upload video lectures on YouTube from time and again, as we are not able to attend school regularly as we used to do due to outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic. Right. So, without any further ado and wastage of time, let us begin explaining today's lesson. It is lesson number 9, the ninth lesson of your English text English course book. Okay, we are at the ninth lesson currently. So, if you have difficulty with visibility and clarity of the video, I recommend you open your book side by side and then listen to the lecture properly. Keep your book open, try and follow the text in your textbook itself. Okay, so the name of the lesson is A Visit to the Fair. What is the name? The name of the lesson is A Visit to the Fair. Right? So, visit means to go somewhere, right? I think I've explained you already what is the meaning of the fair, but to make things clear, I'll explain it again. Visit means to go somewhere, and what is the meaning of the word fair? Fair is a congregation, a gathering, a public gathering sort of thing, wherein people, children, young, adult of all ages gather in a particular place, and there is this celebration. There'll be various kind of shops, there'll be cultural program, all right, then there'll be lots of things that will attract young people to go and enjoy the place to be fair. So basically speaking, fair is nothing but all right, the name of the lesson is lesson number 9 from your English course book text, A Visit to the Fair. Right? Visit means to go somewhere, and what is the meaning of the word fair? What is the meaning of the word fair? Fair basically means to visit a place of entertainment, which basically happens in a field or a large ground, wherein you can ride in a number of machines like glider, slider, and then merry-go-round. Okay, to list a few, and then there'll be various stalls and shops selling different variety of things, ranging from etiquettes to handloom products to artifacts and to books and all. Clear? And then there'll be food stalls and all selling variety of delicacy which everybody loves to have, right? So basically speaking, a fair is simply a place where you can enjoy playing around a certain number of things, and then you can visit number of shops and buy a lot of things. Okay, so every year here in Manipur as well, you have this Shanghai festival. Well, that is perfect example of fair. So when you visit Shanghai festival, what do you see? You must have experienced almost everything, right? There is this cultural program, and then people from various states and even some countries come and visit, isn't it? It's a great place to be, and there'll be a number of stalls, there'll be games to watch, cultural programs to view, and then various stalls and shops will be selling different things of different interest, right? So that is example of fair, and it particularly basically has something for everyone, to be precise. isn't it? So if someone asks you what's a fair, you will say it is a place of entertainment for people of all ages, which particularly happens in a large field. It is a setup where number of machines or playthings are kept. It also is a place where a number of stalls are open, ranging from food stall to toy stall and to so many other kind of stalls where stuffs of different kinds are sold for us to purchase and enjoy it. Okay, so that was a brief explanation about what fear is. Now let's begin with the ponder section. What do you mean by ponder? Ponder means to think, right? Here it is. So let's zoom it up and see. See, children, like I've said, there may be visibility issue. So what I recommend is open your book side by side and be, you know, help yourself with clarity by peeping at your book instead if you find it's not very clear and all. Okay, that's what I'd like to tell you. So it asks, have you ever visited a fair? What was it like? You asked to look at the picture and circle the things you did and talk about your experience. See, this is solely to be done by you. You can see in the first page there are a few pictures. So there is a warm-up question tagged along these pictures. It says, have you ever visited a fair? I guess most of you have visited the Shanghai fair, right? So based on your experience of visiting Shanghai fair, what you can write it, what you can do is you can try speaking about your experience with your parents, or maybe I can ask you about your experience in the Google Meet session, right? Be well prepared. You can say, I visited Shanghai festival on this year, that year with my family. It was wonderful to be there. I saw a number of stalls. There was this particular stall which drew my attention. It was selling books of various kind. I bought some story books. Or you can write about playthings you observe. You can write about, you know, riding on merry-go-round or various playthings that are available. Okay, so that is how it goes. So I'll leave this one for you. Identify the activities that you have done. Have you done this one, or did you buy something? Did you buy ticket to view a show or something? Did you go for the roller coaster ride, or did you visit different sort of other activities? Okay, so I'm leaving this to you. Discuss it with your parents. Having problem, you can always talk to me. Okay, so this is basically about different entertainment item kept in a fair, and you basically are always exposed to these things, or you get to enjoy riding these things if you visit a fair. Okay, so like I've said, it's about fair, and then the text begins. What is it? A visit to the fair. Some more picture. It's a family picture sort of thing, I guess. See, this is your sister, that's mother, that's mother, and this is father. Okay, so what are they doing? Let's find out. It's a picture, it's a drawing, I guess. It's titled as a visit to fair. And then a young boy like you is writing something. Hello, I'm Adi. So he's set up a calendar, calendar, right? Where dates are being checked. It's 26th July. So he's set up a date of 26th July, and then he's written a flyer like yay. When do you say yay? You use the word yay if you are happy, right? So he has posted a flyer reading yay. Okay, and then he must have written or done something else. He's prepared a picture of grandfather. Okay, so grandfathers are usually old, and then they wear glasses, and they tend to lose their hair, and they stoop a little. Stoop means they bend in their posture a little because of age, right? So this is picture of a typical grandfather. Then his listed time, right? 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So it starts as early as 10 a.m. in the morning, and it ends at 10 p.m. at night, right? So 12-hour duration fair timing. Okay, moving on. So it's, what does it say? Monday close. So usually this fairs and all remain closed on Monday. Okay. So what does grandpa say? Grandpa says, I will come to the zoo tomorrow. He says he'll go to the zoo the next day. Okay. And then these are some more funny pictures of the made by Adi. Then see, this is a giant whale where you can, sit in one of these baskets and then it will go round and round and round and round, right? It's nice to be part of. Then there is this lost flyer. What does it say? Did not listen to parents, got lost in the crowd. Okay, so there is a picture, means it's a sort of warning. If you do not listen to your parents and you visit a fair and then you run around here and there up and down, you may have the chance of getting lost and then weeping and crying at the top of your voice like this kid is doing. He seems to be crying, right? That is what he's doing. Then if you visit fair, there are yummy treats. You can get ice cream, candy flows, chocolates, right? So he's made a collage of what treats you will receive if you ever visit a fair. It's a wonderful flyer prepared by the kid. Okay. Then slurp slurp eating sound, right? Then there is this bicycle. You may get to ride bicycle as well. Choo 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 choo. It's seemingly the sound made by a train when it runs. So toy train ride. You may also get a toy train ride. So Adi has brilliantly presented a picture of what are the things you'll get to enjoy if you ever visit a fair, isn't it? So I think you already feel like going, right? So toys, building blocks, toy helicopter. You'll get to build toy helicopter, and also it's a wonderful college prepared by Adi. You see, he's presented a brilliant picture, right? He's presented a brilliant picture where he has drawn his parents first, and then he set up a calendar timing about his grandpa. Then there is merry-go-wheel. Then there are toys. Then there is a warning picture reading that if you do not listen to your parents, you may have the chance of getting lost. And there are treats, and then bicycle ride, train ride. So it's fun, great fun to be in a fair. Okay, so now let us get to read the text to understand what the story is all about. Okay, just give me a minute. Yeah, so this is a sort of puzzle. This is a sort of puzzle. We'll be using this in order to solve the exercise that follows. Okay. Yeah, so basically based on that, we'll have to try and solve this. So I believe this exercise has already been solved. What you are going to do it on your own. Clear? Here is a preparation section. We'll not be doing this. You ask to form groups of five and imagine you are Adi and his family. Based on the text you just read, you are asked to enact. Enact means act, try and act out like drama and all. Clear? What happened on the day, and then you visited the fair. So you may use whatever props are available. What are props? Props are things used in drama like a chair, or let's say a bed, or whatever is required to create the drama, tree, screen. Okay, things are called prop. Okay, so let's see. Here we asked to what? Fill in the blank, right? Adi visited the fair home. There is a date. Clear mention of the date is made. Which date is it? You already know. Then Adi visited the fair with his whom? His family included parents, father, mother, and grandfather as well, right? So at the fair, Adi took a dash ride. What kind of ride did he take? Was it a helicopter ride? No. It was a. Was it a helicopter ride? No. What kind of ride was it? It was a bicycle ride, isn't it? Yeah. That's how you go. Then Adi ate dash. What did he eat? He ate a lot of things. Chocolate, these, that, right? Mention them. Grandpa will take Adi to the zoo on. Yeah. Grandpa. Okay. Grandpa did not visit the fair, clear? So the fair was visited by Adi, father, mother, and sister. So grandpa will take Adi on the zoo on. There is a particular date mentioned. Try and think of the date and move ahead. So moving on. Answer this question. How did Adi get lost in the crowd? How did he get lost? Yes, it's about Adi, right? How did he get lost? He got lost because he was not following or obeying his parents. He kept moving on his own here and there, right? So Adi's grandpa wants to visit the fair on a Monday. What should Adi tell him? On Monday, what did we read? Adi should tell him that it's a holiday on Monday. Fair will be closed. They are not supposed to visit it on Monday, right? Yeah. Yeah, so Adi's friend Radha wants to go to the fair. What time should she go there? How long can she spend at the fair? So these are all based on the college that was presented in the beginning of the story, right? So based on the reading of that information, cartoon based information, you got to answer this. Okay. Fourth one, if there is a fair in your town, what would you do there? It's based on the way how you're going to write. You visit fair almost every year, right? So right, what would you do? You can say I would visit the fair with my family. Yeah, so we have completed discussing this. Now it's time we move on to another page. Page number 83. Okay, give me a moment. Yes, give me a moment. What does it say? He won't roll over. Rolling over, you know, right? Shake or crawl. In fact, he won't do tricks at all. Dogs are taught different kind of tricks, right? So this dog here, he does not roll. He does not roll on the floor. Neither does he shake hand or jump. He does not do any kind of trick. He does not do any kind of trick. When fox means friends, ask why, I tell them that's because my dog was raised by cats. So this dog, he says, was raised by cats. Means when he was young, he grew up in the company of cats. And cats, they don't do a lot of tricks, right? So that is the reason he resonated. Okay. So moving on. There is this perfect session. You are asked to circle the odd word in each set. There'll be 5-6 words. Okay. Out of those 5-6 words, 4 or more will be similar or somewhat related. One word will be quite different from the rest. Okay. That different word is what we are going to circle out. Okay, let's see. Circle the odd word out in each set. So this is a set of word. We have to circle out the odd word. Seesaw. You know seesaw, right? If you visit park, you must have seen. Merry-go-round, balloon, giant wheel. Which one is not related? Of course, balloon, right? Because the rest are playthings usually found on fair or park, isn't it? So now moving on to next. What do you have? You have ticket, popcorn, candy, chocolate. So popcorn, candy, chocolates are all visible, eatable, and ticket is something you use to enter into a place, right? Then number three, all are similar. Do I need to do the rest, or will you be able to do? I think you'll be able to do, but I'll do for your convenience. What are they? They are zoo, bicycle, fair, park. Right? Zoo, bicycle, fair, park, isn't it? So zoo, bicycle, fair, park, right? Bicycle, fair, park. Which one is odd here? Park, zoo, fair are same. The odd one out here is bicycle. You got to take care of that. So try the rest on your own. Should I do 5 for you? Calendar, date, day, toy, train. Of course, toy train is odd one, right? So now match these words with your opposite. If I say this word is opposite to that, I mean this word is totally different in meaning and context to the word I'm using. For example, white, black, cold, warm, okay, day, night, good, bad, etc. So let's match these words with the opposite. So what is the first word? Let's find out. Open. Opposite of open will be close, right? Lost. If I lose something, opposite of lose will be found. I'll do the last one. Cold. Opposite of cold will be hot, right? So do the rest on your own. It's simple. Moving on to next exercise. Yeah, it's grammar section, and we will be learning about sentence structure and all. Okay, so I'll be reading this sentence. Repeat after me aloud. Some children, the cat, Tina has. Do they make complete sense? Not at all, right? They do not make any sense. So if I have few words which do not make complete sense but some sense, these are called phrase, right? But if I arrange these words in a meaningful order in such a manner that they make sense, we call them sentence. For example, what? Let's say Tina has a chocolate, and at the end full stop, and at the end full stop. It makes a sense. Similarly, the cat chases a rat. This also makes a sense, right? And then the last one, let's say some children some children are playing in the park and so on. Clear? So these sentences, like I've studied, are the ones that make sense. Okay, so based on this, let us do the exercise. All right, what does it say? Put a tick against the sentences and cross against the ones that are not. One has been done for you. So Ravi was, is it a sentence? Does it make sense? Not at all. right? So what sign will be there? There'll be cross. This horse is brown. What sign will be there? Tick. See, in order to identify which is a sentence, remember a sentence always begins with capital letter and ends either with a question mark or a full stop. Okay, so that is the easiest way to identify. Meena likes to dance. Yes, to dance, yes. The little yellow bird. No, because it doesn't make sense. I am so. No, because it doesn't make what? It doesn't make sense. Then my house is near the school. What is it? Does it make sense? Of course it does, right? So a sentence that ends in a full stop is called a statement. Always remember, whenever a sentence ends with a full stop like this one, it is called a statement. What do we call it? Statement. So next class, if I ask you, children, what is a statement? You have to answer me correctly without any hesitation. A sentence that ends in a full stop is called statement. So I'll ask you, give an example. You can say, my name is Raj. I live in Manipur, so and so. Okay. Remember another definition. A sentence that ends in a question mark is called a question. This is question mark. Any sentence that ends in a question is called a question. Okay. So that's it. Now you are asked to identify whether these are statement. We will be writing S for statement and Q for question. Okay. So at the end of statement there will be what? There will be what? Full stop. And at the end of question, what will be there? There will be question mark. So very easy. Whenever there is statement, we'll be writing S. Wherever there is question, we'll be writing Q. Okay. You ready to roll? Let's go. Yeah. I am going to the fair. Statement or question? Of course, statement. Did Adi get lost in the crowd? Question or statement? Of course, Q for question, right? So, and there is this performance section. It says, see, there is a story. The sentences in this story are all jumbled up. You are asked to look at the pictures and number them in the correct order. This is a simple task, children. I'm not even going to look at it. I want you to do it completely. Okay. So this is your HW. Your problem you ask me in the Google Meet session. I'll always be there. Clear? And then there is this another session. Yes. So let's take a look at this. See, there are two friends seemingly sitting on a bench in a park, right? So let us look at what these two are talking. The first friend says, my father is a teacher. He helps me study. While the second one says, my mother is a doctor. She cures people. Clear? So you are asked to talk to your friend. Instead of friend, choose any one from your family. It could be your father, your mother, your brother, sister, whosoever you find comfort in talking with. Okay. So ask and answer question about your families. You can ask about your mother to your friend. Asking your. You can choose one of your family members and ask or talk to them about the other member. You can ask your sister about your father or your mother, or you can turn it around by asking your. Make it simple. Do it the way you like it. But remember, you may talk about your family member, what they do, and what you like doing with your family. Okay, there can be certain things that one likes doing with its family, like visiting a fair, watching movie together, and so on. Clear? So children, basically with this we come to conclusion of today's lesson. If you have any problem in the exercise, I recommend you to go through this picture information. This information will process a lot of this picture will process a lot of information into your brain, which will help you to solve the problem. Okay, so I want you to help yourself by learning how to do this on your own. Okay, So with this we come to conclusion of today's class. Thanks everyone for being part of the class. It was pleasure sharing experience of this lesson with you all. Thank you. Keep learning, keep growing, keep practicing hard. Thank you.